yo guys, welcome back to another cookout. But today we're in a different setting. We're with my boy 8onbeat. How you doing, my boy?
What's up, guys? How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Guys, he's one of the biggest producers. You know, we're about to take over in the música mexicana. And how you been, bro?
I've been good, bro. Blessed.
How's life going?
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been seeing you. You've been with De Oro. You just posted with Eric from Codiciado, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys working on a new project together?
Yeah, we got some shit cooking,
Yeah.
not cooking. We got some shit cooking. Yeah, it's coming soon, bro. Hopefully, yeah.
That's dope. And then for the people that don't know you, you want to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, producer. Born and do you want the whole rundown or just like a summary?
No, rundown.
The rundown? Yeah. Cool. I'll give you a rundown. So born and partially raised in LA, South Central. I grew up out there, but then, you know, I was young. You know what I'm saying? So my dad left when I was like 8th grade. So I became rebellion and shit, wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to seek for attention. You know, in school I was a troublemaker. In the streets late at night. You know, just trying to find my way. So then, when I finished middle school, my sister, she brought me here to the valley, and she just told me like, no, you're just gonna stay here and shit. And I was like, nah, I need to go back home. You know what I'm saying? To San Fernando. I mean to LA, but she was like, nah, you're gonna stay here. So at the time, I was pissed, bro. I was pissed because I was like, fuck, bro, I'm in a new place. I don't know what the fuck is happening. But it ended up turning out to be the greatest thing because out here is where I became a producer. You know what I'm saying? She bought me a little MPK 49. It came with Ableton, a program you used to produce.
Or your sister gave you?
Yeah, my sister.
So
when I turned 17, she gave me a little keyboard. Not a keyboard, it's 49 keys. And it came with a free version of Ableton Live. It was like Ableton 6 or something at the time. And then she blessed me with a big ass Dell fucking laptop. And I just learned how to produce there. Yeah, and then I went to engineering school. And then I started vocal producing myself because I became an artist before I became a producer, and then I just started producing now. Just got back into producing by accident, and now I'm here, bro. Just fucking producing. Took it serious 2020 when my son was born. I decided to just be like, fuck it, either artist or producer, and I just stuck with producing, and that should just end up being better than being an artist. You know what I'm saying? So
that's cool.
Yeah, now I'm here. I tapped in more on the regional side of things because, you know, you see it now like with JOP and like just all these other groups. They're really adapting the American sound in the regional shit. Just by the way they mix it, the way it sounds, it's very Americanized. And I always had that vision of like regional could be so much more than just, you know what I'm saying, just the way it sounds. But Danny Lux's, Eslabon, like all them, their sound, the quality is becoming big now because they have the same vision, which is dope. So that's what got me interested into this, and I just been working on regional ever since, bro. And trying to like merge the American sound with the regional sound.
So you started off in the Mexican sound?
I started off as a just regular producer, like a regular hip hop, and because that's where I grew up listening to. Like my idols are Pharrell, Kanye West, Timbaland. So I just try to apply that to the regional shit. You know, even if doing some like electro corridos, you know what I'm saying? Like we're still bringing that sauce, you know what I'm saying? Like, but still having the American, the regional and the Hispanic vibe into everything I do. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about the industry right now? Like, you know, it's the corrido tumbados, and then it changed to like the dembow, where like Luis Sede dropping the dembow Belico, and then we got Alo Verga, and then Alex Favela too is dropping all those.
I think it's dope, bro. I think Mexicans we have always had the sauce, bro. Mexicans always had the sauce. You had other genres, other people that will always take from us but never put us on type shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the sound has evolved to where it's allowing us to be in those rooms now. You know what I'm saying? Because before, like reggaeton, it became what it became because they all fuck with each other, and it just became big because you have one guy do a song and then had like 30 motherfuckers be on the remix that all do, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it worked. But it's just so no one's took the time. Like right now, Mexican music is winning because no one took the time to learn our music because they thought it was just gonna be regional. Like it's never gonna be big. So no one took the time to actually know, because I could go and produce a reggaeton beat and you can't tell if he's Mexican or black or whatever. You just know it's a reggaeton beat.
Yeah.
You
But
could.
the thing is too though, bro. I noticed that Mexicans just started getting into like reggaeton
Yeah.
because they aren't really doing that.
Well,
Because
because
it's
they.
mostly like Puerto Rican, no?
Yeah, because they didn't allow us, bro.
That's why.
They didn't allow us in those rooms.
Until they wanted it to be backwards.
Big
They
backwards.
came into us.
Yeah.
Exactly, because going back to the regional shit, you could tell when motherfuckers play, oh, he's Mexican. Like, he knows, because it's a vibe. It's different than producing. You know what I'm saying? It's different than producing in your laptop. You have motherfuckers that could actually play, and we know the culture. So that's why they're coming to us now to get that sound.
We're trying to get our style.
Now they're trying to transition to Mexican
So now, reggaeton, we've always loved reggaeton, bro. Mexicans, we love reggaeton. Especially, I know you be in the club with that bad buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you could like get crazy.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we've always known. So now, like in Mexico City, especially like Dembow, Belico, that shit is popping off because they're creating their own sound of reggaeton. It's Mexican reggaeton that is popping so big. So now we're just creating our own shit of different genres, and it's fucking working because no one allowed us in. So now we're just gonna make our own shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's becoming so big that the people are like, wait, hold up. Let me go over here and fuck with y'all. And obviously you got the pesos that are helping that sound too. They're making it okay for Mexicans to do reggaeton because they see that the numbers are translating.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, fuck it, then let me just go over here with homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even El Alfa with fucking J.O.P. Like, that's, I love that shit, bro, because we're not just Mexican music, bro. We could do everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like that's the dope part because I think last year, 2023, the beginning of the year, was the first year that labels actually collided.
Yeah.
Instead of, it was always like, oh, I want to be higher. And then they just became together, and that opened the door for everybody. And instead of being regional music, it became Música Mexicana.
Música Mexicana.
They even changed the name because the way we're expanding is like crazy. I think I just read that Spanish is the second top language now.
Yeah. Consume music, consume.
Yeah.
Music, yeah.
Because everybody wants to start learning it, because that's what's hitting right now.
That's why everyone speaks. Everyone listens to that kind of music.
There's a lot of people that's speak and understand Spanish, bro.
Yeah. Because I remember back when I was in the other podcast, I would tell people like, oh, Música Mexicana is going to surpass rap. He told her like, oh, like the people we interviewed, the artists, they're like, nah, bro, rap is like too high. And the next thing you know, like this year is going to be like, Música Mexicana is at the highest. We have, Javi has the number 1 song, number 2 song, and number 5 song. And then we got Peso, and then we got other people, So it's like, this is the first year Música Mexicana artists are in the top 50 on billboards. And it's like, dude, it's changing.
It's changing because hip hop, going back to hip hop, it was never number 1. It was always the other shit. It was pop music. You know what I'm saying? It was but it became that because it was just, it was a vibe. So now it's like, because we're so programmed to be in the back, like us, like even like I said, growing up too, like anything Mexican was never cool, bro. Being Mexican wasn't cool. I didn't like Mexican music when I grew up, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't like that shit, bro. I just like, no, this is what my friends listen to is hip hop shit. My mom used to play my dad used to play the corridos, Chalino, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. My mom used to play the cumbias and all that stuff. But I hated that shit, bro, on some real shit. But then I grew up and I appreciated it and was like, nah, every time I hear those music, that type of music, it just like, it's nostalgic, but it's just part of who I am. It's part of my algorithm, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, now it's cool. Because now you accepted it, and all the people that grew up like us at that time, now we're embracing it, and we're just taking it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So
I remember in high school, like, you listen to it and people like te critican,
Yeah, and that's it. They'll look at you different. So we were held back to be our authentic selves because at home I'm the Mexican. I'm listening to this shit because of my parents, but at school, I'm listening to Laffy Taffy or some other shit, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what my friends are listening to.
Yeah.
But I feel like, the Spanish music still is on hold because the older generation doesn't like the new style that the younger generations bring,
That's with everything, bro.
But they're learning to adapt. So once they fully adapt, it's like game over, like, and then Munoz, that fool was singing the old, like, corrido, the fucking corta cabeza shit. And now he has the CCC song with what's her name? Michelle, I think, something like that.
Nunez.
Yeah, Oh, what did I say? Un diez. And then
Yeah.
the one that was with Calibre 50. Yeah, so like, you know, he adapted to the style, and now like that fool's re-popping again. Like,
It's
El
just
Solista.
because, bro, it's just the thing is, like, you gotta embrace the new, bro. It's like, you can't shy away from none of that shit. Because they're the tastemakers, bro. Like, the TikTok shit, that's the new radio.
Yeah.
If your shit pops up there, you're good.
Yeah.
You're fucking good, dog.
I think he said don't make music for the people, make music that people would use for videos.
Mhm.
And like, you know, I started thinking about it, and like they use the little catchy parts for TikToks,
Mhm.
and then that's how Ivan blew up. Pedro, Javi, fuck, who else? Danny Luggs. Like, all these youngsters are blowing up because that's what social media is about, you know. TikTok,
Social
TikTok.
media is the new radio, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's the new radio. That's all
Yeah.
it is. It's the same formula, it's the same shit. It's just different, like a different platform now. You know what I'm saying?
For the new generation.
For the new
because,
generation.
Like the old, like, obviously, I respect the OGs, you get me? The
100%.
OGs, they like the radios, they like all that. But now it's like a new generation. It's like the youth, you know, the mid adults. Like, they use the platform, like the internet and all that kind of stuff.
Bro, no one, and no disrespect to the radio, but like, no one really listens to the radio,
Yeah.
bro. Like, my Tesla doesn't have a radio station.
I'm straight to Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
CarPlay, bro. You name
Like, it doesn't, like, everybody has one of these joints, bro. Everybody has a
No
phone. So,
CDs, no more, no little.
yeah,
those-
back then, radios were everywhere. Like,
Everything, yeah.
boom boxes.
High school with the
Everything,
big box
everything.
and
The
everything.
radio was everywhere.
I
But
agree.
now the phone is a radio, so whatever the kids are listening to, like Instagram, TikTok, that's where your shit needs to pop off.
Yeah.
So if your shit pops up there, but it's the same thing. It's like a radio. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but it's just new generations, and that's dope because now it's oversaturated, but it allows like up and coming artists that have. Because radio back then was very monopolized. You know what I'm saying? Like the record labels controlled the radio. You know what I'm saying? So if they have an artist that they want to blow up and they want to get that shit in the streets quick, radio.
Radio.
They'll hit up, yo, play it, boom, and it'll go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it's like the labels could do that, pay off these influencers, but the kid that's just in his room, if he does some shit that's a fire song and he uploads it, goes viral, then this fool's on.
He's in already.
And I think that's beautiful, bro, because anybody has that opportunity. Yeah, it's oversaturated, but who gives a fuck,
Yeah.
bro? Just
you
keep
don't,
making your music.
you don't have someone to like bring you down, you know, cause like they'll just push you more, cause that one song is gonna, you know, people are gonna reuse your clips, your clip, and the next thing you know, you're fucking every
because-
label wants to work with you.
Because back then was psychological. Oh, it's in a radio, so it must be a good song. So even if it was a whack song, you would still be like, no, but it's in a radio, it should be good.
Yeah.
So let me listen to it, right? Now it's like if the people fuck with it, then they fuck with it,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna go crazy. But if they don't, if people don't fuck with it, then they don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You find a lot more talent. Like, that's how I met Seth, White Boy Seth.
Yeah.
I call him White Boy Seth because that's the
Yeah.
first, like, you know, he's they call him Ochata, I think.
Horchata, yeah.
Because he's white, but he got the Mexican
He
flavor.
got the
you
Mexican
know?
flavor in
Got
him,
the
bro.
seasoning.
He got the
Yeah.
seasoning. He really does, bro. I've been working with him. The song that I have with Eric, Joaquin, and Dioro,
Yeah.
he played the guitars there.
Oh, that's
Oh,
He's
lit.
the one that helped me.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we got records like.
That sounds hard, bro. Like,
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I showed him the record, so that's just
Yeah.
fire. So it's called Chulo, so it's gonna be out soon, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Para que estén pendiente.
yeah, if I can step in. But yeah, it's he has a flavor, bro. I fuck with Seth. He's the homie, bro. We were in Vegas, this past weekend because Dioro, again, he invited me to his set, and he played the Hobby remix, and then he played the one we did, and it was cool because it was me, Seth, and Dior just right there, just vibing to some shit that we produced like literally last week. You know what I'm saying? So he has flavor, bro, and I think what works with him, and for people like myself, is just that we approach this regional shit or Mexican music shit from a whole different aspect of like it being more and like different flavors. Like obviously he grew up with his music. Mexican music is new to him. You know what I'm saying? So he's taking that and bringing it here and adding his flavor to it. And I feel like that it's gonna take that for the music to be even bigger because he's gonna allow it to. He's gonna inspire other people that have been doing regional music for so long to play a different way. Because when you do something for so long, you think, oh, it needs to be this way. But then you have this fool who comes in and he plays some new shit. What the fuck was that? Let me fuck with that. You get some people like me that I'm producing some trap shit on some corridos or, you know, like, oh, that's fire. How do you do that? Let's learn it. Boom. And then it just helps the fucking genre.
Yeah.
So like you're saying, the OGs, they gotta just let it be, bro. Because at the end of the day, their mission was for what? For this music to be big too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just let us do what we do. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I feel like that's dope because, like, you know, English is learned everywhere. Like, all schools teach English, you know.
Mhm.
But, like, now I feel like people are going to want to study, like,
Spanish.
other languages, you know, Spanish, French, you know. And then the next thing you know, it's
Yeah.
going to be fucking everybody, you know, there's going to be white people, Asian people, in fucking one song together.
Yeah, there's I don't feel like there's genres right now anymore, bro. I feel
Yeah.
like that's just like in a marketing like tactic, you know what I'm saying, to market your music. But in reality, everything is inspired by everything, bro. Every song, every especially now, bro. You have baile funk with fucking reggaeton influence. You have fucking like it's just so much different vibes that it's just like there's no genre. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think that's dope. I personally think it's dope, bro.
I feel like it's dope because, like, Música Mexicana this year just... I feel like there's not going to be a stop to us this year.
No,
It's just everybody's dropping their hardest stuff this year.
Facts,
And
bro.
it's going to be scary.
It's gonna be the collaborations this year is gonna be off the chains, bro.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be the year of the hybrids. My boy Gio, he told me that, and I was like, "What the fuck is a hybrid?" He's like, "Just people like us that understand the English and the Spanish culture."
The
It's like,
punches.
yeah, we're gonna really orchestrate the whole genre of this music, because people like us, like let's say Drake wants to come in and like get on. I know he knows because he has Chino Pagas in his
Yeah.
and shit. But it's like, how could he get a piece of this without singing corridos?
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be that song that he did with Bad Bunny.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like something like that, or me putting some trap drums on a corrido drum so he could just do what he does. You know what I'm saying? But no one's gonna understand to do that more like than we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people that know his style and know the regional shit. So that's why the year of the hybrids is this year, where people like us is just gonna take over, bro. We already kind of did last year, but this year's gonna be fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
lit. The year of the hybrids.
Yeah. Literally, because think about it, we were make fun of this whole time, bro. Like, I grew up in ESL classes, dog.
Yeah, también.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because I just didn't know. Spoke English, Spanish at home, and then went English. That shit was kind of hard for me to speak because of my accent, or, you know what I'm saying? So it was always like that, and I feel like we always been looked down, down upon. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, these fools, you know what I'm saying?
Like, put them to the side. They're not
yeah,
worth
put them to the
anything.
side, but now we're the ones running the whole shit.
Yeah.
We're the ones that are like, nah, these fools are the ones that, you know?
Not just music, bro. Like, trabajo también, construction, the farms, y todo, you know, all that. I respect. To me, it's like I respect the raza,
Mhm.
like Mexicans, you know.
100%.
I'm not, I don't choose what color this and this and that. No, I don't like.
Yeah.
I support everyone's decision, you know.
Of course.
It's like, to me, like you said, like the Mexicans, I respect 100% because they work hard for it. They come from, you know, from poor, from nothing to becoming something. You get me?
Yeah.
And they try to invest that into their kids so they could do something with their lives. You get me?
But
That's
the thing-
pretty cool.
That's cool, but then it comes to a point that the times have changed, and they gotta allow us to go do some other shit that it's not at all about hard working,
Mm.
because they're so used to that, because they came. Imagine, bro, my parents came from fucking Mexico, not knowing a lick of Spanish, just trying to fucking make it,
Yeah.
afraid of the La Migra and shit. The cops were always a thing. Like, bro, I grew up being afraid of the cops. Like, why? You know,
Yeah.
we have trauma from cops.
Me too.
You're like, oh shit, the cops act normal.
Well, I used to be
But it's
scared.
I was
right,
scared
you
of
were
cops.
scared. Like,
Freak
what
out,
the fuck?
bro.
But then it's like, now you're older. It's like, what the fuck? We pay taxes. These fools work for us to protect us. But obviously, it's different because we're skin. Like, we have, you know, our skin color is different. But growing up, you have that anxiety. But it's like, why? It's because they put their fears and traumas to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then the way they think is different, because they're like, no, you have to work hard. And you really don't. You just got to work smarter.
And do
But
what you love.
And do what
bro.
you love, but they just didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at them. But now it's like we're taking, like you guys, you over here fucking doing social media and shit. It's like your parents don't understand that shit.
Oh,
But they know that you out here working and it
Yeah.
works. So they once they see the checks, they see whatever it is, they're like, all right, let me just let him rock. Let me just not be on his shit.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, it's like, nah, my mom, bro, barely my mom. She went to my new apartment, right? I just signed a publishing deal last year. She came to my house. She was feeling bad, like she was sad, and she was like, she's like, yo, I'm like, I feel bad. I'm like, why? It's like, cause I always kept telling God, like, I know I told God to forgive me. Le dije a Diosito que
Perdone.
me perdone. Le digo, thank you. And I was like, ¿por qué? She's like, well, because I always told you to do something else instead of music because that shit wasn't working. I've been doing this shit for 10 plus years, bro. And I finally last year got, a deal. And she was like, but now I see that it paid off. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's that same mentality of like, no, you got to keep working hard. But it's like, nah, bro. You just got to just find something you do, work smarter, not harder, and everything else is going to be good.
Dude, that's a crazy thing because, we're all, everybody who comes from Mexico here, they want their kids to be teachers, lawyers, fucking start stuff. But then when you the black goat of the family, like, oh, you're not gonna make it, this and that, and I could relate, because I started off as a group manager for 4 different groups. I'll get them gigs and stuff like that, and they'll be like, oh, you're just wasting your time, they're making more than you. From that, I started my label, and then I started getting royalties from like songs and stuff like that. Yeah. And then now, like, I gotta do what I like, bro. I gotta go to shows and talk about music. And then, like, this is the first year, or a couple years ago, when we first blew up, like, they started to see that shit. They're like, dude, like, I went out to eat with my family, and I got recognized, and that's the first time they got to see it.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn, people actually fuck with you guys. And then my sister like, yeah, when we go to shows, like, they got lines fucking for pictures and shit. Yeah. And now they're like full respect about it. They're like, oh, like, whatever you want to do, we support it.
Yeah.
Because everybody in my family, they're all teachers or they all work for a school. And I'm the only one fucking doing social media.
And that's dope though, because it's like, trust me, the black sheep, bro, or I'm like the blackest sheep you can see, bro, because I'm like, I just knew what I wanted to do at such a young age, bro. And the good thing, I had like a good support system that, that they believed in me. Obviously, there was times like, bro, I didn't have nothing to eat, bro. I was fucking couch surfing, living from place to place, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it all paid off, you know what I'm saying? Because I believed in it, and now they're starting to see like, oh shit, this is serious. Got my business set up right. Got my car that I've always wanted, on spot, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's dope that now they respect it, and they're like, all right, bro, he's doing it, and whatever you do we got it. Even people, like, I went to work out back in my spot, like in San Fernando, and people were just telling me like, yo, we're proud of you out here sticking to this shit. Because they knew I've been trying to do this shit for a long time. Yeah.
And I feel like those messages always hit the most, because like high school friends hit us up now because we did a New York Times
I saw that
article. And like, I took one to one of my teachers, and I was like, hey, remember when you said I wasn't going to do nothing?
Damn, this fool. Some petty shit.
And I was like, I brought you an actual newspaper that I'm on it, like my pictures are on there. And then she looked at me and she was like, you proved me wrong. And I was like, dude, there's a lot of kids out there that like get told that, like, oh, you're not going to do nothing, you're just going to get in trouble, this and that. And, I always tell everybody, like, chase your dreams, because the only person that's gonna want it more than anybody else is yourself.
Yeah, that's facts, bro.
Yeah, once you accomplish that shit, dude, you feel so happy, and then you're like, anything's possible.
And I'm sure the shit is still going. Yeah. And I'm sure you haven't really tapped into the possibilities that like the new shit that's coming. Yeah. So, but when you start getting a little taste of shit, it's like, okay, I'm in my path. I'm in the right place. Shit is working my way, which is cool. But like I always say, artists, bro, producers, artists, anybody that's in the industry, you have to be like delusional as fuck, bro. Because imagine waking up every day, making music, and have that being inspired every day, bro, and not getting paid at all, bro. You gotta wake up every fucking day and feel inspired to do this shit, because with the thought of thinking you're gonna make it, bro. You know how many people want to do this shit? So for you to have that ambition, that mindset where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be with the Dior's. I'm gonna be with fucking Eric, fool. Like, what the fuck, fool? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that is like, that's crazy. You gotta be insane. You gotta be crazy to think that way. You
and people are scared. They're scared to lose. And I always tell everybody, you gotta lose money to make money.
100%.
The first 2 years are gonna be hell. Like, you're gonna lose a lot, but then your third year is gonna be the year that's like, fuck. Boom, 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 like, I've been in the music business for like almost like 7 years, and then this is the first year that like people I wanted to work with now want to work with me, So it's like, you know, it's like
it feels good too, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like you, and then there's a thing called the broke mind mentality, where it's like you get your first little check for what you did, but like you want, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to do shit, or you get your first deal and you're just like, no, this money has to last forever because we're so used to not getting shit like that. So you're just like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna keep it. But then it's like we had to like check ourselves. We're like, nah, it's cool. If this came in, we gonna get some more shit. So let's invest. Let's get some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in the right path. So once you get over that, everything else starts coming. The checks just start coming in. The people start wanting to work with you, and then you start seeing like, oh shit, I have a business now. Let me go from there. But in the beginning, it's not gonna be like that.
Yeah.
So if you can't go 5 years, 6 years without doing this shit, without getting paid, bro, then it's not the right shit for you to do. Like you go, I suggest you find something else. Cause
if you do it for the money, that's like one thing, you know. You're not gonna be motivated because you're like, oh, I'm not getting shit, I'm not gonna do it, you know. But if you do it for the love of being passionate for it, then you could do this forever, you know.
Bro, if obviously now it's different because you know I'm in a different position, but bro, I could do this shit for free, bro. Like I love music, and I've helped people where it's like, don't worry about the money, we'll figure that shit out later. Let's just make music.
Yeah.
Because when you come and you're like, nah, well, are you gonna pay me for it? If not, then let's not do music. That's like already starting bad. How the fuck am I gonna be creative? Now I'm thinking about like, damn, how am I gonna pay this fool? You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, don't do shit for the money, otherwise it's not gonna work.
Oh god, that's what I tell everybody, you know, like, but if you want to just get paid, then I'm not gonna do it, you know, like, like.
I mean, obviously that's the goal.
Yeah.
To do what you love and get paid off of it.
Yeah.
But it's like that shouldn't be the first fucking like thing that you want.
Yeah.
You know?
Cause like imagine like you help them out de paro, you know, you're like, hey, nah, fuck the money, let's do this, and that song fucking blows up, and then he'd be like, hey, you know, you show me love, here's a little extra, you know. So that's why you never gotta, you don't judge it by how they're doing it, you know, because I feel it because I've been in that footstep where I'm like, damn, you know, I can't pay for that, but you know.
But just you look out for me and I got you.
And then like later in the long run, now I'm like, hey bro, you want to go to this show? Like I'll take you, you know, I'll show you, and then you know I give back to my people and shit.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you would hope.
Yeah.
But sometimes you know it goes to the other way, and motherfuckers don't really appreciate that, and they like, that's cool. Like they made it, and they still don't look out for you, that's a possibility too. But still, you can't change your character just based off other people. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to rock, then cool. You know what I'm saying? Other people's characters is who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a scary thing about the music industry, bro. It's like you can't trust anybody.
Nah, bro.
It's a cutthroat industry, you know. People always, how you were saying earlier, like people think music's so easy and shit, and it's hard, no?
It's hard, bro. And it goes back to how you're saying it's cutthroat, because I feel like, especially us, we were raised. We don't have shit. We were raised to like hold on to what you have. So it's hard for us to really collaborate and let other people in and do shit, because again, our parents taught us that. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it. Like your tia, you go like everybody has a tia when you have a party, bro. She takes more than what she needs to. Right? Look, it's what's about, because it's true. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and you're just like, damn, why is she taking? Because sometimes we become greedy of shit because we don't have enough to, like, we don't have enough. I grew up poor, you know what I'm saying? So I work at fucking WIC, food stamps. We grew up in that shit. So sometimes it's like, some of these people, they don't have a lot, so they want to hold it and they can't share. My mom taught me different, though. My mom says, just share. Just give. If you have fucking, you know what I'm saying, one egg, a boiled egg, slice that shit and share it. That's just how I grew up. So it's different for me, but there is some people that are like, fuck. And they just grow up with that mentality of like, I'm going to be successful and I'm going to just get there because fuck everybody.
Yeah.
You know
There's always going to be greedy people and
always
people that are really nice, you know? That's how I feel like life is sometimes. You know, there's always going to be good people that give and then some people that don't give.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
You need balance in this world, bro. Yeah. Unfortunately.
And how I see it is like, you know, what goes around comes around. If you give out good love, you get good love back, you know.
That's it, bro. And it might not be from the person you want it to.
Yeah.
Because then this one pulls up and he gives you something else. They're like, oh shit. But you're so focused because you're hurt about that person. They give you the shit that you gave him. But sometimes life, God, he's like, yo, here, this other fool's gonna bless you real quick. Yeah. That's how I see it. So
it's crazy. What are some new projects you got for this year?
This year, well, I'm gonna start releasing my own music too.
Oh, bro?
Yeah, I got records I got some records with Eddie Zuko. I don't know if you know who Eddie Zuko is. Obviously the Dioro shit. Next week or this week, but then with you guys, I don't know when this is gonna come out, but I have
Next
that
week.
next week.
So it'll be.
So
next week.
this Friday, hopefully the Javi remix that I did is gonna come out. I have that. I have some songs with Jenny, MC Magic, all the shit that I played with you guys earlier. So yeah, I have a lot of that stuff, and
Fire, bro.
yeah. So some parts, it's cool, man. Like I'm in a position right now where it's just like people, like you said, people are starting to come and like wanting to work with you because they see you that you have motion and shit, and they're just like intrigued, you know. And obviously the brand spreads because people that come in here always want to make sure they leave with the best song. You know what I'm saying? The good quality. Yeah. So yeah, I have that. I have my friend Victoria. I have a song with her called Beliconas that we performed that shit at Teleton, this past Teleton.
The Christmas one, right?
Yeah, we performed it on there. Seth was on there. He's the one that helped me produce again. So yeah, we have a lot of shit, bro. So I'm excited for all the stuff, and obviously new stuff that I don't even know about, but I know it's on the way.
Yeah, and you said you had the song with Javi. How did that happen?
That was crazy. So that remix, bro, I literally like the first week of January, probably like January 2nd.
Can we play a snippet so they can hear it?
Nah, but yeah, that came about. It was crazy because I was just like, this year I was just motivated because last year, the ending of last year was a little tough for me, like mentally, you know, because it's like, again, growing up, we grow up with like a lot of adversity, meaning like a lot of shit that just doesn't go your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, not knowing where to sleep. I used to move a lot when I was young. I didn't have stability. Like, it's all that shit. So that, like, last year I signed my deal. So by December, it was the first December that I had my spot, I had my whip, I had money, I have shit to eat, you know, I had food. So I didn't have no problems, but I felt like I was empty. Like, I felt like there was a problem missing. Like, what the fuck is happening? Why do I feel this way? I should be happy right now. But it's because I'm used to the negative shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like so negative and down and just going through it. So I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, why do I feel this way? So I started taking therapy. Like, I really recommend therapy. Because in our culture, therapy is like, oh, está loco. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can't take therapy. So I started taking therapy. And she told me, it's like, whoa, you're just so used to the negative shit that when something's going, your body and your mind is trying to find something wrong with whatever's happening in your life. But I was good. I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So January 1st came in my mind. I was like, all right, I got the time off to work on myself mentally, spiritually, and obviously physically. I started working out and shit. So I said, I'm gonna just go crazy with social media. We're just talk about social media, how we need it and shit. So the second day of January 2nd, I did that video. I just did a remix. I uploaded instantly, bro. The label hits me. Manny at Interscope. He's like, yo, they're hitting me about that record. They want to get on the call. By 12 a.m., bro, I uploaded that shit at 9. By like 1 a.m., 12 p.m., sorry, I was already in a call with like the whole, like at 2 A&Rs from Interscope and the marketing director at Interscope, talking about like, yo, we fuck with that record. What else are you working on? Whatever. So we had a conversation. Then 2 days later, they were interested in that record. So then Chris, my attorney, he was just like, oh, yo, we're going to negotiate what it is. And they said, cool. So then the rest is history. Now they just want the record and they want to release it. And here we are now.
That's dope. I feel like that is going to be the new style at EDM shows, you know?
Bro.
It's going to be like, we're getting a taste of every culture at this point. Like,
that's dope. Yeah. That's dope. Because I told you, it's cool to be in these fucking rooms now. And like these genres where we want to go, but again, it's going to take people like us to be able to translate that music to that type of genre because we understand it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It just ties it all in because if you don't understand it, it's just going to sound crazy because the song is in 3/4, bro. It's not 4/4. It's a different count.
Could you explain that, like, for the people who...
Oh, yeah, of course. So 4/4 is just like every song, every hip hop song, besides regional music is 4/4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Corridos is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a different swing. It's more like waltz. You know what I'm saying? It's a different swing. So how do you take that into 4/4? You gotta know both in order to do it. So I just said, fuck it, let me try it. So it worked. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But it took again us to understand that and appreciate it, because if sometimes you could fuck it up easily, and I've heard a lot of records that people just that us like the música mexicana have done, that try to put the trap shit or whatever, and it's on honesty, and it's not even me talking shit. It's just not it, because I know what it's supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, that shit's not hitting, bro. Drake wouldn't want to hop on that trap beat that you put on that shit. That shit is not hitting. But again, it's getting those people that understand both cultures to be like, all right, this fool knows what he's doing. Let him do that. You know what I'm saying? So
That's lit.
yeah, it's lit, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna have to hire you for one of my events.
Yeah, bro.
Imagine we play all that shit
Before
before the main show.
Bro, all right, so check this out. I went to Peso Pluma. I think I
Uh-huh.
told you about this. The one he had in Ontario. The
Yeah.
first show that he ever had here in the States. He, DJ Livia. She's a DJ, little girl DJ. I don't know if you've seen her.
Yeah,
She's a
Christina's cousin. Yeah,
little... That's her cousin.
she's young. No, she's like
young.
17.
Yeah, well, she was young. When she started, she was hella young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But her... So she was the DJ. She was the DJ, she'll play, between the acts. But it was... I think it was Aleman went on, and then she started playing some shit, right? Before Peso. She was playing Lil Uzi. I Just Want to Rock, bro. Everybody in the crowd was going crazy. Everybody was rocking to that shit. You would think, wait, this is regional, this is Mexican. No, it's gonna work, because again, we know both fucking, we fuck with both music, you know?
Yeah.
So I know it's gonna work, bro. It's gonna be a point where you're gonna have Coachella. Look at Coachella, the lineup this year.
Oh, it's crazy. And
It's a
Sueños.
mixture.
Sueños is popping this year too.
Yeah, Sueños is like the shit that I always envisioned that shit, bro.
Yeah.
What that Sueños is what I'm trying to do with my music. Put it that's perfect to simplify
That'll
it.
be lit.
It's a solid lineup.
It's a solid lineup. And
Only was here in LA though.
It's
Swingers
good.
though?
Chicago.
Chicago.
The thing
I'm down,
about
I'm
here,
on
it, bro.
it sucks because we have the big event, like we got crypto, we got Microsoft, we got YouTube Theater, we got all of these. So the artists are not gonna want to split, the little percentages as what they do to the event. They would rather sell out Crypto Arena and make 4 to 5 million than make 100,000 at the smaller venue. I feel like that's the problem about LA. We got so many big opportunities here.
That they want to save their concert or their show for these big.
Yeah,
I get you.
So that's why, we have Besame Mucho with all the other, the old school style. But, why can't we do it with the newer ones? Because they want that big.
Camp Flognog.
Is here?
It was here. It was at the Dodger Stadium. The title of the creator?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he had Fuerza on there.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's English. The only one was Fuerza.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I feel like it's gonna take them to do that. If someone else doesn't want to fucking do it, then obviously that community is gonna want to do it, because they saw the response and were like, oh shit, this actually worked. Let's add more. 'Cause
remember, there's actually one event that was gonna happen at the Dodger Stadium. It had Danny Lux, Nata, Junior H, Jenny 6ix9ine, Lluvia, Ivan Cornejo, Fuerza, and I think I forgot who was gonna run. I think Live Nation was part of the event, but it got canceled.
Last year, huh?
Yeah, 2 years ago. I think it got canceled because they tried to do it during baseball season. But that shit was gonna be one of the biggest events.
Because they were gonna go to the World Series or something like that.
Yeah, and they canceled it. But if they would have done that, if they would have made it happen, I think it would have been a hit, and then we would have just continued.
But I think at this point, bro, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
So I know someone's gonna do it, bro, regardless. And I hope they do, because that'll be dope for the city. Because this is where everything's at right now, bro.
I'm gonna bleep it out.
Oh, word?
It's in the talks.
Damn, that'll be fire.
Because I try to book some people. I try to do a lineup with a certain amount of people, and they said they couldn't because they're planning on doing it for April 20th.
Of this month?
This year.
This year, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's dope. Hell yeah.
So, it might happen. It might come back. It might.
I mean, we're here for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna work, bro. No matter what, it's gonna fucking work, bro. This numbers don't lie, and I think it's gonna be great for the culture. It's gonna push it, but even, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody, even people that just do hip hop, are looking at us right now, and they want to figure out how to do this shit. But again, it's gonna take people like the hybrids to fucking be like, oh well, this is how you do it. Come here, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
So teaching other people
about our culture. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the main problem too. Is like these big labels, they're hiring a lot of, again, people like the no sabo kids because they understand it. So they're like, fuck it. They speak English now. And they understand the culture, so that's why we have a lot more opportunities in the industry. Yeah. We have our own department now, bro.
And now a lot of Mexican Americans are becoming faces of white labels, like
you
Interscope.
Know what I'm saying? Exactly.
You know? Manny was at Sony,
yeah.
And then he went to Interscope, and the next thing you know, they got 5 of the best artists. They got Javi, Ivan, Chinito Paca. Like those 3 were on top.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nata's label.
No.
Cetes and they signed them too, which has a whole
Gavito,
other roster.
Nata, you know.
Yeah.
They got. I think they had Obi for a second, but I think he's not. When they split, he split too. But you know now Warner Brothers, Universal, like everybody wants a bite of us now. You know.
I've had meetings with all these people already too, and it's cool because now they see like, okay, cool. But I mean, you know, everything happens for when it needs to happen, so I'm not rushing to like, yo, sign me. It's like, nah, let me build anticipation, you know. And this shit is moving, so someone's gonna bite at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
And what's good is when it's, you know, you chase for a bit, and then when you focus on that shit, like you forget about chasing, they start chasing you. You know. And I feel like, damn. I was like, now you work with my price. I was
today's price type shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
And it's funny because like I had meetings with like people before when I was with the other team, and you know they was giving us a deal, a certain amount of numbers, and then now that I'm out, you know they came back and they're like, hey, we got this and this. And I'm like, well, now I'm working this way, so now we're gonna work this and this. And they're like, oh, but what happened to what we said before? I was like, that was 4. Now we're just talking about 1. You know, like, and they're like, oh, well, yeah, 4's better. I mean, 1's better than 4. So like,
yeah, it's different conversations, and obviously. Again, for the people that are going to want to do this for the rest of their life, it's like you got to know your value, you got to know your worth, and you just got to believe in it. Because if you don't put the price for yourself, someone else will. And if you let them do that, you're not going to be happy for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to have to take L's. But I this is my saying, that they're not L's, they're not losses, they're lessons. So whether you take an L or a dub, you still win at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn from your losses, bro. You learn from them. Obviously, I'm sure we all have that situation.
If you take away the L from the learn, you earn. You know.
There you go. See, that fool's learning shit.
Well, 2 L's equals a W at the end of the day.
Yeah, that fool's all. What about you? Ah, you fucked up. He's like, you turn it upside down as an M.
Hey, money
for money. Nah, but yeah, it's that, bro, and it's cool, bro. Like this, what y'all doing is dope, bro. And that's why you hit me. It's like, bro, whatever I could do to support, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some controversies like that. People are saying we shouldn't help the raza, but it's like, why not, bro? It's like it's gonna take us to help each other out to get it to where it needs to be. Because if we don't, bro, we're gonna this shit is not gonna last. Because I know a lot of people feel that this shit is not gonna last a long time.
Yeah. Everybody's already started talking, you know. They're like, oh, once this person falls, it's game over, you know. But
then you have Javi. That fool within 2 months, nigga gained how many? Like 1 million followers, bro.
Yeah. Like the way Peso moved last year, I feel like this year's gonna be Javi. Just gonna
but there's gonna be someone else, and there's gonna be some. It's just not. It's gonna keep going, bro. And then you're gonna have these fools do a song together. And it's gonna take it to the next, and then we don't know, bro. We don't know, but we know is that it's not just gonna die, bro.
Yeah, and then right now these people are hiring like compositores that are fucking writing 24/7. You know, like Abraham Baskets was telling us he writes like 200 a month. Yeah. So like 200 songs a month, and like half of them don't even get released. And like, you know, and then he sells them to other artists. So like people are always gonna have.
I'm over here writing my one song a fucking week.
No, I can barely even fucking have a sentence, bro. Like,
bro, 200. Yeah, that's cool. Respect's the homie, but that's dope because people see like, yo, there's like they need music, bro. So it's just up to us now to hold it down and fucking just keep rocking with it, bro, and helping each other out in the sense where it's like, Now we fuck. If you obviously it has to be good quality music, or your brand has to be good enough for people to fuck with. But even if it's not to where you want it to, and you believe in, homie, then cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's like if we don't do that, bro, this shit is not gonna last. We're gonna be the ones responsible for not lasting. Like fuck everybody else. Let's come together. Let's help each other out, and let's take that shit to the next level. And if other people that never been a part of it and didn't want us to fuck with them and before, we still gotta let them in because they have resources. They have like opportunities that we don't.
Yeah.
So don't be egotistic. Nah, you didn't fuck with me before, so fuck you. Nah. Come, but let's do business right now and help me. That's fuck all that egotistic shit.
And that's the thing, like when I was working with other people, they would say no to a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm like, nah, like my goal of restarting, rebranding myself is to like help everybody, because the connections I have is connections you may need, and the connections you have is the connections I may need.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's never something that you don't have. There's always something you will need.
Oh,
so like there's always some person that could give their help, and then they could give their help,
Exactly.
And if you say no to him, he might be best friends with him, and then he cuts your ties, and then be like, oh, you ain't fuck with my homie, so I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, it's just that, bro. And at the end of the day, like I always say, there's enough money to go around. If it's about money, there's enough money, bro. Like, come on, bro.
If not, we'll print another fucking 30 trillion.
Some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Stimulus
fuck,
check.
for real, huh?
Oh.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Eddie, I feel like everybody could win in this industry, bro. Everybody could win. But again, it's just helping each other out.
Guys, well, that wraps up today's session. I'm about to drop a song. If y'all want to listen to me on the mic, make sure to go subscribe to my boy. You have a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel. 8onbeat.
Go subscribe to my boy. Let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on social media. It's Ultra on the beat, but the Ultra is the number 8 on the beat. And all platforms to him: SoundCloud, TikTok. My email is the same shit too. Everything, the branding has to be right. So that's
Yes, sir. If y'all trying to book a session, hit them up. And we out. We're gonna jump out to La Diabla, and we outie.
Yes, sir.